You know what the challenge is being in a foreign country? You have no frame of reference. That is the problem. You have no idea where anything is. And for a guy from New Jersey, London doesn't seem all that different from New York City. So in this video, we'll be checking out all of London, and of course, we'll try to incorporate as much of the water as possible. We're staying at the Royal Docks area. It's beautiful down here, and there's a great walking path. You can go all the way around. You can go over the bridge. You can check out over there, the city airport. And if you flew into Heathrow, it's about an hour's train ride on the Elizabeth line, and you just want to get off at the Custom House station. So we're staying at the Crowne Plaza. Let's go check it out. Lobby's under construction, so we're going to go in through the restaurant. And you need to get a buffet, which I highly recommend. And you want to be on a lower number on the even side for your room. You want to make sure you put your card in the slot, otherwise none of your electricity is going to be working. And it's a pretty good sized room. It doesn't feel like you're in a shoebox like a lot of places in London. And as I said before, this is why you want to be on an upper floor on the even side. You get a room with a view. Now traveling around London's a piece of cake. Take your card, tap, and go. So we're headed to Westminster. We want to be on platform B for Heathrow. You even got a charging station if you need it, right on the train. Kind of cool. So 2 stops, and we're getting off at Whitechapel. Now one awesome thing is Google Maps has you totally covered. It's great. So we're on the eastbound district line, 11 stops to Victoria.
No, westbound.
Oops, westbound.
Did you know you were east and the west?
See what I talked about? You have no frame of reference? Here's a case in point. And once again, we just tap to get out. Piece of cake. So we're outside of the Victoria Underground Station. It reminds me of St. Mark's in New York City. Okay, now I really feel like we're in New York City. Westminster Cathedral. We're 15 minutes early for Mass. This is the earliest we've ever been for church. A very historic building, and if you're jet lagged from your flight, it's good to know that Mass on Sundays, 5:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. And once you're done at Westminster Cathedral, it's an easy walk to Buckingham Palace. And here's a nice thing. There's signs all over the place saying exactly where to go. Buckingham Palace. I feel like such a tourist. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. Does it work? We are now on Regent Street, St. James, walking up to Piccadilly Circus. This is a pretty cool area right around here. If it wasn't for everybody driving on the wrong side of the road, I think we were in New York. So on a Sunday night, every single place around here has a line to get into. Truthfully, all of this makes me wish I was just back at home on a boat, quietly on Barnegat Bay.
Not me.
We decided to get away from the hustle and bustle of central London and got back to Custom House, and we were at this nice little Lebanese place, and this food just looks awesome. We ordered just a bunch of things, and I cannot wait to dive into this. We've got tabbouleh, chicken skewers, more chicken, falafel, and hummus. You know, so many times falafel has no taste. This is so good. It's got such flavor, spicy tomato sauce. It is really good. That is so legit. It is so good. Thanks again. So that was fantastic. And I feel like I just experienced my own version of Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown. check this place out. It's excellent. And we are back in London. And here we are on the clock. Look kids, Big Ben, Parliament. Yay, there's seats up front. And we have the very front seat. There's the clock again. And we are off on the Thames River sightseeing tour. This boat is quite well sideways. I wonder if it has jet drives. We'll have to find out.
Boats in Belfast at Northern Ireland in the same shipyard that built the Titanic. Quite expensive in my opinion. With a glass floor.
So I just found out, a single drive engine, no bow thrusters, no stern thrusters, they just use the tide to their advantage. So that was one of the speedboat adventure tours on the Thames River? Thames River. Thames, the Thames River. So pretty nice afternoon. Great way to spend some time in London. What do you think of that?
It's been very nice.
We are now at Greenwich. Now that's one big, long ship. That is so cool looking. We should step aboard and check out the Cutty Sark. We missed it. Last ticket was at 4:15. Yeah, then check this out.
I'm going to get the Admiral specific.
And I'm going to go with the Londoner, please. As I say, when in London, the fish and chips with mushy peas.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And the pot pie with mash and peas. These peas are bursting with country fresh flavor. Got here an hour ago. It was really quiet. An hour later, this place is hopping. Did you really think I was going to miss out getting on this boat? Just one, please? There was no chance I was missing out on getting on this ship. So everything painted white is original from when the ship was built in 1869. All that metal that's white is all the original ship. This is what I would have wanted, the beer, wine, and spirits they were delivering. So this is the lower hold. We'll now go up. So this is the tween deck. A little low. You're 6 foot. So back in its day, this was the fastest ship of its kind. Oh, one from Shanghai all the way down and around Africa and all the way back up to London. And then another route from London all the way down and around South America. And back around to Shanghai. It's pretty crazy. I beat the captain. Main deck, here we go. All right, we're up on the deck. All right, so this is the really cool part up here. All right, so this is their quarters, I guess. It's where they would have stayed. They must have been quite small because there's no way I could have stretched out in any of those. So this thing could have carried 32 sails and 11 miles of rigging. I think I'll stick with a powerboat. All teak. Super nice. You can imagine that Hinckley Yachts got their idea from these ships. These things are just massive. I mean, they're huge. Okay, let's go down. I'm on the head. So this would be the master cabin. And coming out of the master's cabin, I guess this is where you would eat. This is really lovely. It's so pretty. It's amazing how nice this is. And here's our head. So coming forward, we've got the pantry, the second mate, the first mate, and the steward. All right, time to go back up on deck. Very cool. And here's the rudder. You can actually get a really good feel for how massive this ship actually is. What's really crazy is this thing is suspended in midair, just with all of these braces. It's crazy. There's nothing underneath the bottom of this boat holding it up other than all of these braces. So there you have it, the Cutty Sark, a piece of maritime history. If you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. We're on to our next adventure. The IFS Cloud cable car, that's where we're heading. Now I call this thing a gondola. Linda has corrected me numerous times. Since there's nobody here, we'll get on car 33. We can create a memory. We're gonna take off right now. And Bulasto. It's very quiet in here.
Yes, it is.
We're hunting rabbits. So I'm always in trouble. Back that way is the Crowne Plaza, our hotel. And just over there is the O2 Arena. I have to admit, this is probably the coolest thing so far. This is where you finally get an idea of some type of perspective of where you are.
It also feels like an amusement park ride, but yet there's not going to be some horrible, twisty, upside down, backwards, twist your stomach, make you want to throw up kind of thing.
For your safety, here's all the things you should not be doing. It's a very quick ride, but it's definitely cool and totally worth it if you ask me. Woohoo! And we're done. And this kind of leaves you like in the middle of nowhere, it looks like. Anybody know what fly tipping is? No idea where the hell we're going. We know we want to keep going that way and that way. That way. All right, not exactly sure where we are, but we're here. So we were somewhere over there by the O2 Arena, and over there is the Viking cruise ship that we went by while we were on our river cruise. We're getting our exercise in. Where are we eating? So Trafalgar Tavern it is.
Sit outside.
So this is one of the coolest little pub restaurants I think I've ever been in my entire life. Linda, what do you say?
Very good.
And our meals have arrived. Looks yummy. So it's very good. With all the walking and normal sized portions, I can actually lose weight if I was to live here. One more thing to note, look at all these tables out here. So when it's really nice out, right by the water, this place is awesome. Okay, so we've changed hotels. We are now back in central London, and the breakfast was obnoxiously overpriced there, and we're heading to this place right here, Salt and Pepper. This is gonna be the easiest breakfast ever. This is the fastest I've ever made my decision ever. And what did you get?
Egg and Blackstone.
This looks so yummy. Look at that egg, it's so cool. It's really good, and truth be told, this is one of my favorite things to make at home. And the salad with the light honey mustard is really a nice touch. That is the most perfect egg ever. So this was yummy, awesome place. We're now up by Tottenham Court Station. Check this place out. We are by Soho again. Here we go, a bunch of cool places in rapid succession. Let's check out Waxy O'Connor's. Capri's Black Stout and a London Black, please.
That's a London Black.
Oh, that's bitter.
Damn. The Capri's is no stout. It's a little bit more a dunk. It's a light beer, but the flavor is more strong.
What was that?
That's a London Black.
It's very good. I like it.
Like that? Yeah. Okay. Capri's in London Black, right?
What's that?
Capri's in London Black.
Yep.
Yep.
I'd have to wait a little bit.
Waxy O'Connor's. Pretty cool joint. Dark in here, but the lighting's not the greatest. This is what I call being an overachiever. You got a painting with a bunch of paintings. We should get something like this for our house. This is always what I want. I cannot believe that place is free. If there's a rainy day in London, definitely check this place out. Perfect. So this is the mixed platter for two. It's got a nice spice to it. There's no kind of places like this in Brick, so we decided we'd take full advantage of being in London for Indian food.
Delicious meal.
All right, we got the marsala chicken. We've got lentils, chickpeas. Linda's got the naan, and I've got the roti. This looks so good.
I think my favorite right now is the lentils.
Hardest working guy in London. It's always good to have something different when you're in London, especially when you've been eating traditional British food all week. I can't hear shit.
What?
I said I can't hear shit.
Hello, hello.
And after a long day of walking around, more loud. Now what is that?
It's an old fashioned.
Survey says. So that was super quick. We needed to wait an hour to actually get our table. But within 10 minutes of ordering, here we are. We have our steaks. And it looks pretty damn good. They recommended some sauces. Totally doesn't need it. It's perfect, just how it is. Excellent meal.
Serious stuff.
And your drink was excellent too. There's no way you could ever get a meal like this in New York City for this price. Popcorn and ice cream.
Doesn't get any better. Really doesn't.
Well, if they gave us one to go. Very much.
Guys.
You can keep it.
Look,
We
sweet.
usually put the butter bar. You can keep it as a souvenir.
Awesome. Thank you. Take care.
Actually, good night.
You too. All right, we get ice cream too. Woohoo! So if you're in the Soho area of London, make sure you check out the Flat Iron. Great steak for everybody. Pretty good ice cream too. All right, so we got to get back to our flight. Hope you have a much better perspective of London and where everything is. And until next time, Captain John and Linda from Nautisphere out.